Good morning, enchanted darlings. Hope everybody's having a great day. Oops, there we go. We've added a little bit more. We've put in, let's see what we've done. We've put in kidney beans, black-eyed peas in several areas. We have added peas over here. What else? We've got our rocks set up to see how they're going to line up around the pond, but we still have some work in the middle of the pond to do. We have added, over here, let me get the shadow off of that. We added the watermelon patch that's been planted out, and this is the sugar baby variety. So let's take a quick walk. I have to talk about a few things. Our niece, Kimberly, we have two Kimberly, so this is our Southern California Kimberly, sent us these, and we're going to have to figure out placement for those. I'll show you those in a minute. And she sent us 300 nasturtium seeds. And the great thing about nasturtium is the flowers can be used for decorating cakes. They can be used for salads. Gives you a little bit of a spicy in a salad. But when you plant them out in the garden, they attract aphids away from your vegetables. So if you intermingle them in your vegetables, and at least say 100 of the 300 seeds will probably go to that. But there's a bush variety and a vine variety. What I have is the bush variety. Gets about 13 to 18 inches tall. I'm going to walk while I talk. About 13, anywhere from 13 to 18 inches tall, and about 12 inches in diameter. Makes a beautiful, beautiful border plant. Right there. While I'm opening this, I'm going to have you guys looking at the new watermelon patch. Okay, let's see how everything is doing. We're going to go ahead and open up the net too. Lots of moisture in here, which is great. Squash is doing great. Cucumbers are just a little bit leggy, but I've been taking them out and hardening them off. So probably in about 4 days, they're going to be ready to go in the ground. The onion sets, let's see if I can go like that. The onion sets, I really think I want them to get just a little bit larger. Okay, this borage, let me go this way. This right here is borage, and I've already planted out 3 of them. So I'm going to probably plant those out today. Those squash are starting to get just a little bit leggy too. So I think I'm going to harden them off again today, and then they'll go in the ground. The tomatoes, I think, need to be up potted. The leeks, I don't know if you can see the little itty bitty green spikes. They're starting to come in. A leek is kind of like an onion, and some people like them better. Here's the zucchini, summer squash, and up through the middle of each of these, now I've got flowers on either end, but up through the middle I planted zinnias on both of these beds. And again, zinnia is something that will attract the pests away from, let's move this, put this back where it goes. Oh, hula ho. Will attract the pests away from your vegetables. So, flowers are beautiful. They're gorgeous. You look at them and they just make joy. You just feel joyful. But they serve a purpose in nature just like everything else. So just because you have flowers and they're not necessarily productive food doesn't mean that they're not important to your garden. Especially like zinnias, pulling pests away from your vegetables. So this is what a rock is going to look like going around. Now we haven't done anything permanent yet. We're just laying them out and seeing where each one's going to go. So we also added a little bit of an edging around that bed going this way. The carnations are coming up. I cannot wait to see the carnations in full. Bob the gopher, is all over the place. We're going to have to do something about him. The grapes are coming back wonderfully. See, everything is just popping. I love it. Joy, joy, joy. Everywhere I look, there's two things in my garden. There's family everywhere I look, and there's plants and gardening. The two things that give me the most joy in life. Family and green plants everywhere. And I hope you all find what gives you your joy. There's the fennel. Now, I planted a lot more thicker seeds than that, so I'm going to have to definitely reseed that. The new peach trees, not peach, cherry. The new cherry trees are doing wonderful. They've taken really, really well. There's the squash coming up. I planted some more zinnias over in this area. And I planted somewhere in here. Now, I have to be careful when I'm weeding around here so that I'm not taking out a new baby flower. But I think I planted some more zinnia here or sweet William. So everything is looking wonderful. Okay, this is level. I leveled and squared it. Doesn't look like it because of the slope. Look at, there's Our Lady. This was my son's fountain, and he's moving and can't take it with him because it's super heavy, and it would cost a fortune to ship. So we're going to have to make sure he gets a replacement fountain when he gets where he's going. But it's just a lovely inheritance, if you will. Lovely inheritance. I can't wait to get her together. Okay. This is where the herbs going, and the herbs are popping up, but they are so incredibly tiny that I don't think you can really see them yet. So, let's talk about nasturtium. Okay. If they should go like around down this border, okay, around, and of course through the herb garden, okay, put a 1 in the comments. If we should put them, this right here, all along on the outside, these beds right here, these two beds, this one and this one, are exceptionally full. Everything has not gotten to full height and full growth, so they're going to be excessively full, and we can't have anything else in there competing for root space. And so what I was thinking is along here, nasturtiums, and along the front here. Probably not on the other side, but along here. Now, right here we're going to be planting cucumber. Long term, we're going to have a rose climbing up this side, but this year I'm going to be putting some of those cucumber plants in here. And then back here along that side, nasturtiums against that fence, and kind of mixed in, maybe a little bit mixed in with the raspberries over there. So if you think, oh, and right here, the peas are over here, the onward peas are over there, and so I was thinking nasturtium along there for a beautiful background border for where our squash and other things are going. So if you think that's where the nasturtium should go, put a 2. Okay, and then we're going to go over here. Now this is where I planted some cabbage. And so if you think it should go in here and then follow along on the other side of the watermelon patch and then around as a border, because right now we do not have a border on the watermelon patch. So if we want a living border of nasturtium going around and then down, and then also along this whole fence line. We squared this off. This used to be curved last year, And we squared it off, and it's amazing how much space you can get just by squaring something off. Okay, and I'm trying not to spin too fast, make you guys dizzy. Okay, and then also nasturtiums here. Okay, that would be a 3. Put a 3 in the comment if you like that idea. Now up in here, in this garden bed, and in this one, they are way too full. I've got green, kidney beans that are going to be coming in up here and up that fence. So I might put a couple nasturtiums in front of that as a border, but definitely not all along the fence line. So 1 around the relaxing platform area, 2 around the cherry trees and raspberries, and 3 around the watermelon sugar baby variety, and 4, if you think with 300 seeds, we should just flood them everywhere in the garden because they're beautiful and they're going to get pests away from your vegetables. Okay, so look at these. This is the other thing that our Southern California Kimberly sent. These light up all kinds of different colors. These are the things that were in that box that I showed you over there with the multicolors. They're solar lights and they're butterflies. Aren't those adorable? Aren't those absolutely adorable? Okay, I've got them right here so they can get all charged up. So what we can do with these, there's 4 of them. What we can do is put them here and there along that path to where at night you've got the color along the paver walkway. Or they could go in the relaxing station area to where when you're sitting there at night, you can see that color. Or they can go over here in front of this one where the gnomes get a little bit of reflected light. Or they can go somewhere in the rose garden back there. Okay, so pathway is put a 5 in comments. Somewhere in the relaxing area, put a 6 in the comments. Gnome, well, that would just make them incredibly entertaining looking with all those. It would look like a gnome concert, wouldn't it? Okay, gnomes, make that a 7. And back in the memory garden, the roses and strawberries and snapdragons, make that an 8. Okay, I hope you guys have a great day. Let me know what you think. We'll be planting out. The nasturtiums are soaking. With the nasturtium seed, the shell is very hard. So you want to clip them just a little bit. Just put a little nick in the seed. And let me go